Hey guys, Steve and Tony here, and I am back with a new video. Last week I put out a poll asking you all like which actor, actress, or filmmaker collection overview I should do, and it was between the Spanish actress Nieves Navarro and a double pack of Tomas Milian and Maurizio Merli, and of course the comic filmmaker Mel Brooks. And Merli and Milian won by a landslide. So thank you to everybody who voted, and to the person who did indeed vote for Mel Brooks. Don't worry, I will be showing off my collection of his films at some point in the future, but I do have a few other things planned, so his might come later down the road at some point. I should start off with that this is not my complete thing of movie titles. There's 3 that I actually left at my main house. I'm actually in my summer home until September. So the 3 titles that I do have but just aren't here now with me is Tomas Milian's one Western, Compañeros, that he did with Franco Nero and Jack Palance, and the 2 Merli films I have but aren't here is the first 2 films of the Commissioner Betty trilogy, Violent Rome and Violent Naples. So I do have them. They just, aren't here in my current loving space. So, on to the video. Now, I did do another video a while back showing off the Tomas Milian, Umberto Lenzi set from Severin Films. Now, I'll leave a link to that below because I didn't want to show them off again, as I pretty much did that recently. So again, link to that video and my thoughts on them will be in the description box below. And before I get going, I would like to give a shout out to Donnie, Cinemaniac77, for shouting me out again in his recent update video where he showed off my half of the trade package we did that I sent to him. So thanks, Johnny, again for the shout out and for helping my channel to grow and for being a friend. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, I'll start off with the Milian stuff, and I'll start off with 2 of his rarer titles that I don't think too many folks know about. So here is the first title I have, Beatrice Sensi. This is from 88 Films. And it's based off of a true story, actually. Milian plays the servant to the title character here. It's set in, I believe, Renaissance era Rome, maybe, or something like that. I know it's the Middle Ages in Italy. And anyway, this young lady, her father is a cruel and malicious despot who has gone power crazy, and she and her siblings eventually decide to do away with him, and she engages the aid of her servant lover Milian and a thief to help get the job done. It's a very gritty film. It's a very dark film. It is very true to history, you know, and some of the things in here are not pleasant to look at. It's still a great a film, though. You know, it really shows that era of Italy quite well, I think. You know, shows the, you know, hypocrisies of the rich, and also some of its more noble figures who were genuinely decent, but were sadly caught up in political machinations and the like. You know, like what the title character's father does to her in this is really appalling, really cruel, really vicious. You know, and it is, it's like not for everybody. The subject matter itself is what's disturbing, and also the emotions that come out of the actors and actresses who lived through it, and is one of Milian's more underrated performances, as his character is actually an amalgamation, I should say, of something like 3 or 4 different people who were in Beatrice's life. So yeah, like that is that one. And the other obscure title of his I have is The Designated Victim. Now, originally I had this on the DVD from Shameless Entertainment, but unfortunately the people who packaged it and shipped it to me, it was from a third-party seller on Amazon at the time, and they did not package it well, and like the disc was loose and scratched. So I was very happy when Mondo Macabro announced that they were restoring it and putting it out on Blu-ray. This is the Italian giallo version of the story Strangers on a Train by Patricia Hicksmith, made famous through Alfred Hitchcock's film adaptation. Milian plays the Farley Granger role, and French actor Pierre Clementi, famous for Visconti's El Gattopardo, and for Louis Buñuel's Belle Jajour. He plays the Robert Walker role. The roles are somewhat similar. Milian's character works in TV, I believe, and Clementi is a nouveau riche playboy, but it's really the same plot premise. Milian's guy unwittingly agrees to a martyr swap with Clementi's character. I haven't seen it all the way yet, but the parts I have seen and the trailer I watched were pretty cool looking. This is the limited run of the film in the red case, and here's my number there, 437 out of 1500. So yeah, definitely looking forward to checking the film out soon. Again, the bit I did see looked really good, so there is that one. And now on to his first great period, the westerns, and I have here his first ever western. The Spanish title translated into the price of a man, and it was known more famously in Italy and the States as the Bounty Killer or the Ugly Ones. This is the French media book, and I actually got this because I actually do understand some French subtitling for the original Spanish audio. When I was a kid, I always wondered how different subtitling was, and I always had on the French ones because I thought it looked cool, and by coincidence I ended up picking up some French through it. Mainly in mainly in understanding and comprehension. So my French in terms of speaking, isn't all that good yet, but it's fair. So anyway, in his first western, Milian plays this hometown favorite kid, and he ends up leaving as an adult and comes back an outlaw, but the town still stands behind him until they realize almost all too late that he has changed for the worst, and so they have to decide whether to just stick with loyalty for the man he once was to them, or to help the morally ambiguous but generally honest bounty hunter who has sworn to bring him in. And I was quite impressed by by Milian in his first role in a western. He was sort of supposed to be the social economic victim of the times, although in truth he is just he's just a good guy gone bad, and he's just he's just no good now. He pretty much kills the guy he used to be. So British actor Richard Stapley, who went by the name damn it, I can't. Jesus, I can't recall his name now, but he made a few of the westerns in the 60s in Italy and Spain, and he was really good as the bounty hunter, who has to help the town figure out what to do. I do highly recommend checking the film out. it's a fine debut from Tomas, and also is a fine film in general. Good locations, good story, and good characters. Okay, and now on to the creme de la creme from his Western days is The Big Gun Down, aka the settling of accounts, as it's known in the Italian language. This actually started out as my third favorite Italian Western of all time, after The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and Once Upon a Time in the West. And it still is in my top 5, but Robert Hossein's Cemetery Without Crosses sort of took it as number 3, so it's number 4 now. But I still enjoy this one. I saw it originally when Xfinity On Demand first came around, when I was when I had graduated from high school, actually. I saw it in the Ultra 2-cut 80 some odd US version, and had always longed to see it fully uncut finally. And that was long prior to me thinking about going region free for the earliest German releases. But I was ultra happy when Grindhouse Releasing put the film out. That's a ultra cool 4-disc set. It is just a really good, very solidly made Western. Great story, great characters, and some interesting commentary of the times that thankfully doesn't go overboard. I am still planning on getting the Indicator release, as I just love how it looks, and it is that much of a favorite film of mine. So I don't need to go into this one too much. I'm sure everybody at some point or another has seen this. So yeah, great film. Definitely add it to your collection. And to finish up on his Westerns is the direct sequel to The Big Gun Down. Cordio McCordy, aka Run Man Run, which brought Milian back as the character of Cuchillo from the first film, but with a new cowboy associate in Irish actor Donald O'Brien. And this is also a pretty good film. I also have the Blue Underground DVD of this, which is actually back at my standard home place of residence. But this Blu-ray from Eureka is quite cool looking. I was very happy when they did the cleanup and restoration to it. Because the DVD was okay, but the audio should have been better. I haven't popped this in yet, but I'm sure it looks great, and sounds great. Great. It's got a whole slew of extras, here. I'll actually keep the Blue Underground DVD because there is a interview on there with Salima and Milian that I'm pretty certain is not in this edition. So it does make it the total package. Okay, and now on to the crime film of his that I haven't shown off yet. Is a silent action that he did with Sergio Martino, and also has Luke. Luke. I can't say his name. Name. Dang stutter. Luke Aranda, yes. And of course, Mel Ferrer. And this is a solid political intrigue. Maurizio Tesci, the cop here played by Aranda, is investigating the killings of these big shot generals and businessmen, and it turns out that there is a plot to take over Italy. So the two cops there, I'm gonna have to find a way to stop it. Gritty, dark, but action-packed and fun. In its own way. It's a really solid film. Fractured Visions did a really solid job, in this release, and is a film I do highly recommend, and the special features are cool as well. So that is it for the main Tomas Milian honors. And here is the segue from him to Merli with their first collaboration, the Tough Ones, aka Rome Arm to the Teeth. Now, again, I own 2 editions of this, and I'm, again, keeping both, because the Grindhouse release has special features that the Idiot Films one doesn't. But yeah, just a solid, action film, great story, and again, solid characters. This was supposed to be for Eurocrime what company Euros was to the, Euro Western. But whereas Franco Nero and Milian got along, Merli and Milian was a match made in absolute hell. Like Merli was sort of, a diva, in his own way, and he was, hogging the spotlight, and Milian was temperamental in his own way, but could be reasoned with. And one day, Milian just had enough of Merli's attitude, and a scene where he was instructed to fake a kick to him. He really kicked Merli, and Merli just jumped up and started to go after him. And poor Umberto, like Lenzi, had to get in between them with Merli practically shouting at the top of his lungs that he would never work with Milian again, and it took time to calm everything down, and it is a thing where I sort of see the argument on both ends. I mean, Merli was a sort of prima donna, but he also knew that once this subgenre of action film ended, he might not get the same opportunities that he had elsewhere in movie making. So he was trying to make the best of it as he could. So, but I also get I also got Tomas's argument too, and just not hogging scenes, not trying to upstage anybody, buddy, what should have honestly been a match made in heaven was, in fact, made in hell. So, but it's still a great film. A quintessential, Italian crime flick. And a must own for anybody who loves the genre. Okay, and the next title I have at Merli's is this double pack from an Arrow video box set, Highway Racer, that is a co-op with Colt 38 Special Squad. And I liked Merli quite a bit in this film, and it was one of the few times where he shaved off his signature mustache. And here he plays here he plays a sort of street plainclothesman who chases down suspect in his car, who chases down suspects in his car. But almost every cop in a Eurocrime, he's a bit gung-ho. He doesn't play by the rules. So his boss sets him up on a special squad where he is to go undercover to this crime kingpin. Again, it's very action-packed. Has a lot of car chases, car wrecks, and has a very unexpected ending that is still good, but it's almost totally out of left field. It's a fairly underrated film of Merli's. It's not one I don't think too many folks have talked about, and is really worth checking out. It is only available from the box set, but well worth it. Said as it has quite a few other good films on it. So let's see, and the other two I have here of Merli's of his Euro crime days is let's see, Convoy Busters and Panic in the Streets, if I can kind of get the title in there. They're like Panic in the Streets. In like that film, Merli plays again a gung-ho cop, but he's after the guy who shot up his wife during a getaway robbery, and he ends up falling in love with the daughter of the guy, who's been kidnapped by the gang to rob a train pay station role. So it's it's really just Merli trying to gain his vengeance, really. And Convoy Busters is a bit similar to Highway Racer in that his cop character is essentially out to stop guys stealing trucks and then using them to like smuggle things in and out of the country. I've seen Panic in the Streets, but I haven't seen Convoy Busters yet. I've heard plenty of cool things about it, and I'm really excited to check it out. And Panic in the Streets is good too. So, and for the final showcase here of this collection overview is Merli's Soul Western, A Man Called Blade, which was made during the twilight days of the spaghetti western genre. This came out about the same time period as Michele Lopo's California, and Enzo G. Castellari and Franco Nero's Chioma. And I do have to say that Merli made for a good cowboy. It's a shame he done tried to get involved in the genre earlier. He certainly had the right look for it. I haven't seen this in years. Was not initially impressed the first go around, but I have since come to enjoy Merli and his films, and I honestly should give that a second viewing at at some point. It was one of the three westerns that did try to go back to the genre's roots. So yeah, and that's it. Thanks for stopping to check out this video. Links to my previous video on the Lenzi Milian box set, and also a link to Donnie's channel will be in the description box below. If you enjoyed this video or any of my videos so far, please like and subscribe and hit that bell, and hit the bell notification button. And and again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.